This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 304. Making Money Too Fast Destroys You and Everything Around You by Sam of FinancialSamurai.com. And I am your host and narrator, Dan. Welcome to Optimal Finance Daily, where I read to you from some of the best personal finance blogs on the planet. And I do this each Monday through Friday. If you have a topic you'd like to see us cover here, let us know. Come to oldpodcast.com and share those thoughts and requests with us. Now, we've got a lot of fun stuff going on this week. Milestones all across all of our shows. Special guest appearances as well on Optimal Living Daily. We've got book giveaways, a new podcast, and much more. And I've mentioned all of those things this week, so all I'm going to say for today is for these types of updates, come by oldpodcast.com and simply join our mailing list. It's definitely worth your time. But for now, let's hear today's post from Sam and start optimizing your life. Making Money Too Fast Destroys You and Everything Around You by Sam of FinancialSamurai.com. Eddie from Finance Fox writes an intriguing post entitled Money Will Change You. I salivate at the picture he uses because it's my dream to one day never have to fly commercial again. Having a matching Aston Martin waiting for me with Kate Upton in Monaco wouldn't hurt either. When Eddie was in serious debt, he writes, "My mood sucked. I was edgy, worrisome, desperate, and a nutcase. Our moods are strongly tied to our earnings. I know this firsthand." Who can blame him, given not being able to do what you want due to lack of money, or worse yet, doing things you don't want to do because you need the money is a horrible way to live. Thankfully, Eddie now has 3 income streams. 1, a commercial cleaning business. 2, a full-time job. And 3, blogging income. Rock on. No longer does he suffer from money anxiety. Instead, he describes money as a high, a type of laughing gas, if you will, that lets him breathe easier and not be in constant worry. In a large way, I agree with him. Sometimes I pinch myself when I realize that I no longer have to work at McDonald's for $3.25 an hour, or work at all for that matter. What happens if you make money too quickly? The speed of wealth accumulation is what makes people go bonkers. Nobody is really jealous of Warren Buffett because 1, he's a humble guy, 2, he's in his 70s, and 3, it's taken Warren decades to make his wealth. Warren is an extreme example, of course. You can use a 60-year-old doctor who went to school until 35 and makes $700,000 a year as another example. Most people would say the doctor deserves everything, if not more, given all the dues he's paid. But let's say you're a couple years out of college, making $35,000 a year. You're a good-looking, affable young adult who gets poached by a competitor who offers you triple your salary to work for them. You're now 25 years old and making $100,000 a year. Suddenly, your old colleagues and probably your friends will start becoming jealous of your success. Who makes $100,000 a year at 25 years old? Not many. Finance Fox asks a very important question. If money engenders admiration, why does having an enormous amount of money also cause a tremendous amount of envy? Great question that I'd like to tackle. The reason for money envy. Money envy is not only due to our inherent jealous tendencies. Those who are suddenly rich play an enormous part in shooting themselves in the face. Making money too soon destroys you because you end up destroying yourself. Let me explain. If you're that recent college graduate who makes $35,000 and suddenly start making $100,000 at age 25, you're going to be hard-pressed to contain your excitement. As a guy, you will undoubtedly buy some fancy car that's way outside your budget because that's what guys do, buy cars. You think the good times will last forever, so you end up purchasing or leasing a $50,000 BMW 335i coupe. You'll probably get some new threads and a nice respectable watch as well. As a gal, you will undoubtedly buy some multi-$1,000 Louis Vuitton or Hermes handbag. As accessories, you'll go to Tiffany's and get yourself a matching bracelet. Of course, no fine lady is without a pair of Christian Louboutins or Manolos for $500 a pair. You'll start posting on Facebook how fabulous it was to go to the spa, as well as pictures of you and your girlfriend renting a limo up in wine country. One girl I know loves panties. When she got a nice $20,000 bonus, she went out and spent $1,000 just on undergarments. Nice. Remember, these are 20-something-year-old recent graduates who can't help but spend their newfound money until they blow themselves up. I see this all the time, and I know you do too. Annoying things newly wealthy people do with their money. Eddie uses the Real Housewives of Vancouver as an example. Every time he sees them on TV or in a magazine, he admits to thinking to himself, gold diggers. Ouch, but perhaps very true. Let's say one of the Real Housewives was very unattractive, served in Iraq for 3 years away from her family, has an autistic child, and is now in charge of a homeless shelter for veterans. Do you think Eddie and others would despise this Real Housewife of Vancouver? Of course not. this housewife would probably be the most favorite housewife of all. Instead, the Real Housewives are all talking about their mansions, boob jobs, charity events, and fine clothing. It's way more fun to hype up their riches for reality TV, and the ratings prove it. There's a massive love-hate relationship with the Real Housewives in America and in Canada, just like there's a real hot-cold relationship with Keeping Up with the Kardashians. People hate them, but they just can't stop watching them. Annoying things newly rich people do. Constantly updating their Facebook status with pictures of themselves in exotic places. Highlighting pictures of themselves with other rich people or celebrities. Once in a while is fun, but not all the time. Repeatedly telling everybody how much money they make with immature adjectives to describe their excitement. Driving to work in a car worth more than their colleagues and managers. Talking about how wealthy their parents are, providing double insult to the observer who now thinks they are only wealthy due to connections. Wearing inappropriate clothing at work, accompanied by ostentatious jewelry. Keep on reminding your colleagues that your uncle is the CEO. Screw you. Money changes you, no doubt. In the wrong hands, money changes people for the worse. Those who suddenly go from little wealth to lots of wealth end up doing things they regret later on. How many times have you seen athletes make millions only to end up broke? How many times do you see people win the lottery or inherit loads of money only to admit spending it all in a short period of time and having to go back to work when they never had to again? When it comes to money, it's better to make it slowly and with all your effort. Everybody's maturity and definition of slowly is different. But I tell you, more harm will come out of fast new wealth than slow, steady wealth. You'll learn to appreciate money more, and it will therefore go a much longer way. If the newly wealthy can learn to stay humble and be more adept at hiding their wealth, there wouldn't be such a conflict between classes and between emotions. You just listened to the post titled "Making Money Too Fast Destroys You and Everything Around You" by Sam of FinancialSamurai.com. And we can always count on Sam to bring some controversy with his articles, and you're welcome to comment on his original post or share your feedback with us at oldpodcast.com. And while you're there, to be a part of a bunch of raffles happening this week to celebrate the milestones that all of our podcasts are hitting, come and join our weekly newsletter that will enter you automatically into all of those raffles. Plus, you'll get some free spreadsheet tools from us as well, plus updates once a week and more. It's also a nice way to show your support for what we are doing here. So again, that's all at oldpodcast.com. I mentioned a bunch of fun stuff we have going on in the last couple of episodes. You can check those out to hear all about it. But if you're on our mailing list, you'll hear about it that way too. So I'm going to leave it there for today. Have a great rest of your Thursday, and I will see you tomorrow in the Friday show, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Finance Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.